Hello everyone, welcome back. This is video number 9, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about when is guardianship appropriate. And the lawyer's favorite answer when it comes to any question is, it depends. What does it depend on? Well, what evidence do we have? And 2, how much control do you really want? So we are taking calls, and we have done for the past 10 years from, at this point, thousands of families. And they call us because they have a loved one who's dealing with a long history of drug use and mental illness and treatment that doesn't seem to work, if they'll even go. They're not taking their medications. They may well have been a guest of the state through either the criminal justice system or the mental health system, maybe even an overdose. I mean, those are some of the issues that we typically deal with on a routine basis. And one of the tools that we love is guardianship. Now, we also love the Marchman Act. But the Marchman Act is a little bit different in 2 ways from guardianship. Number 1, in order to pursue a Marchman Act, there has to be a primary substance use disorder. In other words, they're using something: alcohol, marijuana, medications, other street type drugs. And we have to have direct evidence of it, meaning somebody's seen it. Your loved ones admitted it. There is evidence around the house. I don't know, paraphernalia, actual drugs, empty alcohol containers. Right? And sometimes when we speak to a family, what they tell us is they haven't had any contact with their loved one for a period of time. And even though they are sure, and I don't doubt that you're sure and that you're right, we actually need to have, direct evidence. And so sometimes the Marchman Act is not appropriate because 1, we don't have evidence, or 2, maybe there isn't drug use, and maybe even 3, the Marchman Act is a very narrow form of relief. And what I mean by that is it just says Mark's going to treatment for 90 days. But Mark doesn't have to grant access to to his medical records. He's got money. He's not going to give you access to that either. You can't restrict my ability to travel, or who I spend time with, or take away my right to vote, or take away my driver's license. So it's very narrow in its relief. Guardianship is very broad. Now, it's not quite as quick as Marchman Act, and that's one of the things that makes Marchman Act so awesome. But it gives us significant control over somebody. We want to send them to treatment. I want to see what's going on, so I need access to the medical records. I don't want them leaving, right? So I want to control their ability to get on a plane, restrict their ability to travel. I want to make sure they take their medications, because when they don't take their medications, they're out of control. I want to take away the driver's license so they don't get in a car and drive off. I want to decide where they live and who they spend time with, and all of these things. So guardianship is a wonderful tool for that. Now, we typically operate within the behavioral health space, but sometimes we're dealing with somebody who's not necessarily got a, quote, behavioral health issue. Maybe there is dementia or Alzheimer's, things of that nature, and we need to be able to give the family the authority to make decisions for this person. So that's where guardianship comes in. Now, I will tell you, sometimes when we're dealing with a behavioral health issue, we will do Marchman Act and guardianship together. That's a beautiful thing. I got speed, and I got control, and now I have 2 judges and 2 courts I can run back to get more authority, more control, and someone to complain to when your loved one doesn't do what needs to be done, so they can finally experience the miracle of recovery and be able to maintain it for the rest of their life. So if you'd like to learn more about guardianship, we'd like to have a conversation with you. Let's talk to you about what options might be available to you. Now, when it comes to the Marchman Act, I've just written a book, and I'm going to write one about guardianship too. That's in the works. But if you click on the description for this video, you'll see a link to the Marchman Act book. You click on that link, you give us your name, your email address, and we send it to you for free. There's 9 chapters, written, video, and we made it for you. So please download it. It's amazing. It took us a long time to put this together, but it's for you. If there's another issue going on in your family and I've not talked about it, I've not made a video about it, let me know. Post in the comments. I read all of them, and I'll make you that video. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. Really helps with Google algorithm. And if you want more of this content that I make every day, please subscribe to the channel. With that said, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.